Hello everybody, this is part 4, and if I'm correct by checking my iPad, reload, I have about 2 to 3 days left, basically, so I need to kind of get a startup of this. I wasn't able to actually continue, well, off camera. I was basically scuffing up this thing. If that makes any sense, I have to remove all this hot glue extra. Just scuffing it up. It's hard to see it, but there's some lines and scratches. I was trying to add some, the ribbon on the outside and end up failing, so we're going to have to try to reapply it. I have a lot of it, so this is fine of me doing this. Hold on. I'm trying to cut this here. I have a method. Instead of me just wrapping it around, if it's stuck, I'll bend it right here. Make sure everything's covered, and then you'll have the ability to wrap around here. I just need to cut the fabric at the needed length. The fat ribbon. Why is it so dull all of a sudden? There we go. Oh, the hot glue gun's ready. It's dripping. I don't really know if this series is going to get to any people that truly are interested in TF2 cosplay and watching the tiring process without me editing out anything. So, yeah. I hope this has been entertaining to some people, because once I'm done hot gluing these ribbons onto each of the finger claws to hide all the messes near the bottom, along with just hiding the gaps in general, I will be then painting everything else, and then afterwards I'll need to hot glue everything, and then I think it all should be done, because then afterwards I have to add the ribbon and some extra stuff if I really wanted to at the end. It'll be fancy. We're gonna apply some hot like this. And make sure I properly put this on before I even apply the hot glue. The reason why it's messing up because there's still a glob of hot glue on there. There we go. A dried piece of hot glue, sorry. ribbon has been more properly attached with a way more easier method, and because if I need to, which I'm going to have to, I can add some hot glue underneath this. I can just lift it, so it's not fully attached. If I do this, it will save me time, and it will look more neat, as you can see. Oh, bless me. Bless me time, sorry. Okay. There we go. It's been attached. Let's test it, because... Oh yeah, as you can see, I added these. I probably should have started off with that off camera yesterday before I, turned off my camera and pursued to do some off-camera crafting. I could have gotten the ribbons all attached if my dumb brain did not realize that, because I was going to a virtual wedding, as I already said. I didn't realize that the wedding wasn't going to be until like 3, and I was panicking my butt off. So yeah, overall, these are standing off pretty sturdy. I also look very funny. Okay, anyways. I look funny, don't I? I look like a goofus. So I did great, but I didn't do really as I wanted to do with this one, so this one's fine. But I need to do the same thing with these two, but what I'm wanting to do is I'm wanting to hide the connection with the fingers, if that makes any sense. So the thumb is done, I just need to do the other 2 fingers. I need to eat a little bit of my snack that I grabbed here. Good. Okay. Anyways, back to crafting. I'm getting distracted. Very sturdy. I mean, like, that's sturdy. Out. It's a pretty sturdy ribbon. This is gonna last me a very long time. I've never used this for ages. It's been sitting in my crafting bag, so yeah. If I just let this dangle off the ledge a little bit of the thing, and then we just bend it here. Just trying to figure out a way I can use this. Okay. Have it dangling off the ledge. It hides all the imperfections. Now I'm going to do what I did with the last one. Keep one of my fingers holding the back. And just add hot glue to these 2 things. Hot glue onto this ribbon. Do the twirl around. And then apply that one. Worry, I'm probably going to be using my black acrylic paint on the claws regardless to add some scuffed up marks on it. So, ow, that was dumb of me to do that. Is my finger okay? Yes. Has this been a fun process of my first time ever recording me making a project? This is my first time ever actually making a crafting project. That's for something big. Like going to a convention. Yippee. I'm still a little anxious about that. But am I heck of excited to go? Yes. I just hope that my friend can go. It's just I need to get information back from them of what day what time they're coming back on the 23rd, because I believe that band camp currently. But overall, it's gonna be fun. I get to meet other cool cosplayers, compliment them on their costume. My costume may get complimented on, or just stared at. Who really knows? But overall, is it gonna be fun? Yes. Of course. It's going to be fun. I mean, I feel like it's gonna be. I have to use a little more hot glue on this since it's a bigger piece of ribbon. Don't worry. or to prevent myself from getting a fully blown scar, once you get some hot glue on you, you have like a very nice flat surface, just rub it constantly. It will dry up the hot glue and roll it into a ball. Just, I wouldn't do it if you're not used to being burned by hot glue. I'm only used to it because I was not really as careful as I am today. Okay, there we go. Let's test it out. Oh, there's so many hot glue strings. Ugh. Gotta get these off. I mean, this is coming out a lot better than I thought it was gonna be, because I thought it was gonna look like a stupid... I mean, I love when like a toddler draws something that doesn't really look as good, and this one's like, oh, it looks amazing. I'm like, that's beautiful. If that makes any sense. I just said a funny word. It's like, I thought it was gonna look like something that's just really derpy, basically, but instead, it's actually coming out increasingly well. You just take a good look at this. Look at that. It's coming out amazing. For once, something doesn't look ugly that I make. Woo! I'm sorry that it looks like the sun is in my room. That is just a light. That's my phone is making it look like it's broken. This is really funny, and now here's the cool part. I'm either just gonna have this as its own piece, because once I'm done hot gluing everything, you know, after I'm done painting and hot gluing everything together, this piece, I measured it compared to my arm, so when this is attached and this is attached, it should be perfectly to where my arms should still be able to bend, so it should not be able to fall off, but just in case, I am going to build a little frame to where it's supposed to let my arm just slide right through on the bottom, just because regardless I will be wearing a outfit, it still needs to have a closed end, or else it's going to look like I was being sloppy. I got to be perfect. Perfection. Why does this look like a ghost puppet? Whatever. Okay, I'm gonna move this off camera. Back to crafting. I'm getting distracted. Having ADD does these things. Now, I just gotta do the thing I did with this one to this one. Because this one and these two are kind of the same size, but this one is the biggest one. Kind of being like a middle finger. I mean, it doesn't even look like one. It just looks like I'm pointing at you. Him. It was him, so... Okay, I'm getting distracted. Gotta get serious. Anyways. I'm probably gonna put hashtag funny in this video's description instead of the other ones, because I think I'm gonna be more of a goofball in this one, because I'm actually doing good for once with a project that's, like, not for school. Because for school, of course, it has to be perfect, and they end up being perfect. Anyways, this extra ribbon, I'll give it to him, my little puppet guy. You want ribbon? Okay. He's giving me the silent treatment today. Whatever. What I'm probably gonna have is I need to peel off this piece of hot glue that's kind of making it be all weird. Don't cut the fabric. Just cut the hot glue. That's all I ask. Or just rip it off. We're good. I missed. Okay, anyways. Back with the ribbon. It makes the ribbon just disappear. Why are you so bright? I mean, if it was that bright, I would be blind right now, but it isn't. It's just the camera's lighting is very broken because I've had the phone for so long. It doesn't know what to render properly. I have to keep rolling this thing up like when you have to re-roll up a tape recorder. Or a VHS. I don't know. It's one of the two. I love those things. They look really cool, though. Okay, seeing where the fold is probably going to be, since it should most basically be in the back like I did with this one, I'm going to put some fabric here, wrap it around, make sure it's kind of on the edge so it hides all the ugliness on the bottom. Yep. Got it! I got a little confused. Some people probably when watching this will be like, shouldn't you be supervised by an adult since you're like 15? I'm like, I've been going to art class every single time in school that I could get. I'm probably the only kid that's done that. Just gone to an art class every single time I got the chance. If they allowed me to go redo an art class, I would go do it. Because, to me, art is my most favorite hobby. I've been doing it ever since I was like, I think I was like 5. That doesn't mean my drawing style is what's known as the best. I'm trying with that. I mean, I can draw human heads better now, thanks to a TF2, with me being in the fandom and having to learn that, oh, you have to actually learn how to make the head shapes. Like, you have to actually examine the head shapes and everything. It's not a doofus. I'm a doofus at work. Do not judge or bug me. I could fail and hurt myself. By accident, not purposeful. I will not hurt myself purposeful, because that's stupid, and then I would feel bad for myself. But for the people that purposely hurt themselves for content out there, I would suggest please go seeing a doctor, unless you already have, or go seek some help. Unless you do that for your own enjoyment, I will not be stopping you, just because if it's making you happy, then whatever. You do you. Be yourself. You don't gotta hide yourself when hanging out with others. A bit of a life lesson from Golden today. Be yourself. Don't be what others want you to be. Express yourself. Like how people express themselves with art. That's what I am doing. I'm gonna go to a con. I'm gonna show people what I make. This is my first time even making something like this, actually, so... Yeah, I'm just gonna cover it with a bit of black paint. I have to use gray paint on this project anyways. Okay, I believe. Okay, no, it's still a little flimsy. I'll burn my hand. And not burn it, more of just almost feel like I burn it. Oh. Nap. Yeah, my finger may have a burn scar by the end of this. Because I keep on being stupid, but why? Because I gotta be. Else it ruins the fun of making this. For now, we're gonna now turn off the hot glue gun. I just will probably use this for later when... Actually, it's probably gonna be tomorrow. When I, add the, thing. Okay, so here we are! The glove is done. Let's go ahead and put it on. It's a very funny looking glove. I could just keep my hand like a nub and just wave to people like this, but that's not gonna then allow me to the practice I've been putting in ever since yesterday. I gotta fix the end finger because on the inside I think I used too much hot glue and it's like clumping up and it's really hard to put the finger on. Hold on. I just get my fingers through it in general. Just to put it on my hand. Okay, I realized what I said there. That was a little weird. Okay, there we go. I fixed it. Let's try this again. I'm still covered in paint ever since yesterday, by the way. From the proof that I actually painted these. Okay, slide these on. There's still some hot glue strings. I gotta remove those. Do these look cool? Yes. Would I recommend doing the way that I do things with hot glue? No. You don't want to have burn scars, I wouldn't recommend it. I love the way this thing turned out. Let's take a quick test if I can pick up anything. These scissors. Maybe? Maybe? I think it's just because they're too small when I use them. Let's do a quick test with the ribbon that I have left. It isn't on the roll. Apparently not. Okay. How about picking up this roll of tape? Easy. A thing of glue. Also easy. How about the lever that's going to be for this thing? Also easy. I just stuck it in. I did not hot glue this thing yet. I can still take it out. But today's goal is the reason why I turned off the hot glue gun, because I'm basically not going to need it for the rest of today, is because today is just going to be filled with painting now. This was the only hot glue part, so I need to unplug the hot glue gun. Oh. This will be put away for safer places. It's got caught in my iPad's cord. We're just going to have this sticking out of the box, facing a direction that won't burn anything. So while it cools down, it doesn't burn things. Maybe in the box. I don't know. Okay. Today is now the day where it's painting time. I'm ready. Are you ready? Hope you're ready. I gotta go grab my painting apron. I will do a video just showing how I put the costume exactly all on and everything. But I'm probably going to have parts of the costume already on for safety reasons of, whatever. I'm probably just going to have the under part of the costume already on. That's what I was going to say. And the thing is, I'm going to actually have to check in the costume box if I have the under part of the sweater there, just so then if I end up starting to feel really hot, I can at least take the trench coat off and I can immediately look like casual medic. Hold on. I gotta remove the shoe box for a second. Is it in here? Yes, okay, it's in there. So yeah, I'll basically be having the casual outfit on underneath, so if I start feeling sweaty while being at the con, I can have the casual outfit on underneath, and I can just take off the trench coat. I'll be all set. Okay, we're good. Okay, I gotta put this on. I should probably take these gloves off so I don't scuff them up anymore, because I have them scuffed up as how I want them to be. Very wonky looking gloves. Is it cool though? Yes. Does it look like I'm strangling a person with 3 arms? Yeah. I'm gonna stop. Okay. Time to throw this apron on, like I did last time. Because we're gonna do some intense speed painting, if that makes any sense. Meaning by, I'm gonna have this thing on. So I'm being killed by the light behind me. I'm really sorry for the past, 3 videos, if that has been hurting anybody's eyes. Since this is now the 4th video, or just any of the past videos in general, I'm sorry if that light has gotten annoying. I cannot really do anything about it, except for just lower my camera's resolution. I mean, my phone. Okay, I got it on somewhat. It may come loose. I don't know. I need to tighten this. There we go. Okay, there we go. We're all set. I'm ready to craft. Got these 2 colors. I need to actually look back at the reference image before I start painting everything, because I know this has to be gray. Whatever. I need to remove my snack. This is tortilla. I couldn't think of anything else. I didn't want to eat chips. So what it's telling me is, from looking at the image, this part is a dark gray and this piece is just black. Okay. And then from where the little lever is, this piece is black, this piece is also dark gray. Okay, that means I can paint these in order, because I'm gonna need to make that dark gray first. And I mean, oh boy, I had to legit pull these out because these are my only tubes of black and white left. I'm gonna have to make a lot of this. That's the problem. Because for one, I'm gonna have to do multiple layers of it on this for the, I'm gonna be painting the inside black, don't worry. But I'm gonna have to do it for the bottom, the side, and the top. Also to hide the fact that there's scotch tape there, or just any type of tape in general, whatever tape I used, to hide all the holes from both sides. I'm gonna have to make a lot of dark gray paint, which means I'm just gonna need to take white and a lot of white and a lot of black. So we're gonna pull out the mixing tray. We're going to put things to be black. I'll paint those actually, yeah, I'm gonna paint this and the side piece last, but first, actually no, I'm gonna have to get the piece that holds it actually on the bottom of my arm properly. I have to do that last, because I need to actually have this, okay, hot glue to this, basically being done. So I'll attach that before I attach the ribbon. We're back. Oh yeah, here's like the bloody massacre of what happened to my tray from painting yesterday. My thick and my biggest paintbrush. If I have a bigger one, I would have been using it. One thing to tell you, it is not good when acrylic paint dries into your brush because it will neither destroy the brush or you can just not use the brush anymore. And I may actually have to do another one. Never mind, I can just use the sides and scrape it off. Yeah, but there is acrylic paint dried into my brush. I couldn't fully remove all of it. I'm gonna go grab another large brush. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go fill this up with water first. Okay, I've got a cup of water, so then I can clean off my paintbrush. I'll be painting both parts. I'll be painting everything today, but of course I may have to just paint everything off camera, which means if I paint everything today, I'll still have to, if I paint everything today, I think off camera I will only be hot gluing one thing, which is just attaching this to this, so then I can actually get that piece and then paint it also off camera, which then leaves for tomorrow's video to show that these are painted, of course, because it will be, along with the fact that I'll just need to hot glue these two pieces into place, and then afterwards, I'll hot glue the disc on where it's supposed to secure my arm. Well, no, that's all already hot glued. I'll need to hot glue this with this onto the thing along with the ribbon and then some extra stuff, leaving the 20th, the day that it was due, for it to be done. This was so far successful. I'm gonna be right back. I'm getting distracted. I'm gonna look for a better brush. my amazing mother, she was able to help me get the paint out by telling me just use some dish soap and just scrub it into the bristles. It basically removed the dried acrylic, so I can use this now. Okay, so we gotta remove anything that isn't paint off of the tray, because, you know, I used these pieces of the tube that I cut open yesterday to, you know, paint stuff. I used that tube that I cut off as some scratch detail to these. So now, just because I'm not going to be a maniac, yes, it's better if we paint the stuff that I'm going to need to paint first. So these are the two gray pieces. The big Pete, look at the little baby and look at the big baby. He looks like a giant donut. I'm hungry. I'm ready to eat a snack though. So these are my two acrylics. I'll place them here. So this here. I'm going to have to paint these all side by side, and then this piece, I'll just paint it, and then I'll have it like, can I set it up in this? Hold on, I got a really smart idea. That's how I'm gonna let it dry. I just stick the nail into the dried up acrylic, and I can just let it dry. First, we have to make said acrylic paint, which, from also my own knowledge, if you're painting something that uses acrylic paint for like a mask, I would suggest waiting a while until all the chemicals are fully dried in it, or else you can make yourself nauseous, ill, or basically high from the chemicals. So please be careful. Ooh. Oh, that was horrible. Yeah, but this is, if you want, this is titanium white. It's a very nice white. It's not the whitest, brightest paint in the world. Of course, I heard that's a thing. I just don't have it. I'm gonna have to make a lot of this. We have to do a fat glob of white. We have to do a fat glob of black too. I'm gonna put these on the floor until I, actually no, that's kind of stupid. Have them just sitting on the desk until I need them again. Please though, while I've been doing this series, I will be looking back into the comments when I'm fully done after a while. Please, I need a name suggestion for him. He's very funny. I will be making videos with him, I swear. There we go. I got my black. There we go. Now, gotta mix it. I think I already got the color. Just gotta spin this thing around and collect all the paint. Yeah, I think I already got a good dark gray. Man, I don't even use measurements. I legit just wing the amount of paint that I use, and it ends up always working. That's how we're gonna end up failing though in the future. Who knows? This is kind of, I guess this is kind of gonna be a little satisfying once I get all this off. Yeah, a bit of a trick that I learned. If you got a lot of paint and you just keep on continuously spreading it, to stop the spread, roll your brush around and it will drop all the paint that you collected onto the spot that you roll it on. Okay, I think we're good to start painting. Okay, let's start. Let's move that right there. Start. surprisingly, just using one coat. I will have to at least go over like 2 or possibly 3 coats. Just going in with one coat so far on the top here, I am getting a nice gray result. I got on my nail. Don't worry, since acrylic paint just peels off, I just wait for it to basically just peel off. I will be fine. I'm over exaggerating, I'm sorry. Because the fact I couldn't somewhat fully mix in all the paint, there are some like white and black spots to kind of make a really cool design of some of the paint being old and new. The reason why I'm going to do so many layers is because indeed those tiny holes can be covered up. Those little spots are very much still visible, which is something I do not want. Okay, the top has been painted. I am not just gonna now, okay, so we're gonna let that dry now. Take just a little bit more and paint that edge there. Paint any spot I kind of forgot. There we go. Okay, there we go. The top has been basically fully painted. I'm not gonna let that sit in there for a second. I'm just gonna wash the brush basically. Regardless, I'm just using one color right now. I'm gonna have to keep on doing this so then the acrylic doesn't dry while I wait for some parts of the paint to dry on some parts. There we go. Actually do that away from the claw. It's fine if the acrylic paint ends up drying not on the brush, but like on this. I still need to clean this though. Okay, now where's the tiny piece? This is going to drip a lot faster than the top of that. I'm not using as much acrylic. I want to listen to music, but I don't want it to be boring to everybody else, and yet I also don't want to get copyrighted. So I'm just gonna stick this here into the yellow glob of paint. There we go. drawing both of these. This is gonna be kind of the boring part. Oh, the video's getting really long. Okay. This is how much you guys gotten to see. I basically painted this in the top of this. In the next video, everything shall be painted, and some parts will be glued. So, yeah, tomorrow's video is not going to be as long, I believe. So, yeah. See you guys tomorrow. See you for the next part, which will basically be the final. Bye.